Hello and welcome to AutoX. My name is Karan Mathur and it seems to be raining down SUV coupes in this country. We recently did the review of the GLC 43 AMG and today we have with us the Audi Q8. Now this isn't new, it is a facelift of the version we already had. Now the Q8 has been around for 4 years and it was about time that it got some revisions. So it gets mild styling updates inside and out. So let's get to it. Let me talk you through what's changed, what's new, and also remind you how it drives. Alright, now let's start with the styling changes and of course we begin up front. Now in terms of the grille, the similar size and it still gets the trapezoidal shape, but the inserts are different. They're more further apart and as you can see it gets the chrome elements right over here. Now with this you can see that this car is meant to appeal to the Indian buyers. Over that you get this 2D effect in the Audi ring, the Quattro ring, and then right below it you also get new grille and mesh inserts on the bottom with the diffuser. If you move to the side you also get different inserts for the air intake on the side, and then on top this is where the party piece is. This is the biggest highlight of the exterior change. These are the Audi HD matrix light. Now we haven't gotten a chance to really sample them at night, but from whatever little samples I got of it in underground parking lots or whatever, they worked really great. Now another cool addition with the new lights in the Q8 is the fact that the light signatures with the DRL and the tail light are customizable. You can choose the signature that you want and it really enhances the personalization aspect of the vehicle. So up front it looks wider and quite intimidating as well, and with that of course you get this long swooping bonnet line, and I think it really encompasses that SUV coupe look, at least at the front. Now of course when we move to the side, then now the previous Q8 that got 19-inch alloy wheels. This, the 2024 version, well that gets 21-inch 5-spoke alloys as standard. Along with the new alloy wheel design you also get red brake calipers to add to its sporty appeal. And with that, as you can see, you get chrome all over, all across the shoulder line. You get this brushed finish for the roof rails, and really not much has changed with the side profile. However, there is a big change at the back too. Well, here the changes are not much. What has changed is this new diffuser design. You get a silver finish diffuser at the bottom, and then if you move to the top, the look and the design of the tail light is still the same. You get this one-piece LED tail light, but this is now an OLED lighting. So overall, in terms of design, as you might have guessed, there's not a lot of changes which have gone into the making of the 2024 model. Now it was a good looking SUV to begin with, but the subtle changes have really spruced up the look, and I think that goes a long way in also building its appeal. And if you talk about the color options that are available with the new Q8, well there are 8 exterior color options that you have. The new option is Sakir Gold, and it looks kind of a sand brownish color, and I think on paper that really looks the best, especially with the black package that you can spec it with. Now let's move inside, because there too you get some subtle changes which we need to talk about. So while the exterior design was familiar, well I'm afraid to say the interior design remains pretty alike as well. But that's not to say it's bad. The fit and finish is great, the quality of materials is fantastic. However, one niggle I did have is the fact that it's not extraordinary or lavish unlike its rivals like Mercedes-Benz and BMWs, whose interiors are really out there. They look like absolute spaceships. This is just German precision. Everything is well built, everything is well put together, everything is well thought out, but it doesn't excite you as much as I would have liked it to. It is an SUV coupe after all. That does bring in a lot of expectations about sportiness, being out there. However, this is just well built, it's well made, and I think that's its appeal. It does put function over form. And then if you talk about the design theme inside, especially the color of the upholstery, well, you have a total of 4 to choose from, which is beige, brown, black and grey. However, the media unit we have for test today has the grey upholstery, and in my opinion, it's not as eye-catching as some of the other color options and the color combinations that you can have with the exterior color design and the interior design. This is completely blacked out outside with a grey interior inside. So a slightly more subdued color combination, but again, this is an Audi, and I think it's really a hate it or love it kind of design. Some of my colleagues absolutely rave about the interior design of the Audis over Mercedes and BMW. For me, I think the Mercedes and the BMW interiors are slightly more out there. Well, this in India, a luxury car is a statement, and the interiors of those cars make a statement. But nevertheless, let's talk about the changes which have been brought about with the 2024 version. First and foremost, you have a 4-zone climate control now. You also get Park Assist Plus, and then you have a 17-speaker Bang & Olufsen 3D surround sound system. And well, we had it for test for a whole day. We were listening to music, and I think the audio is absolutely crisp. You're gonna love hearing the note and the basses, and overall you're gonna love enjoying your music on the go. With that, of course, in typical Audi fashion, you have a 3-screen setup. You get a 12-inch instrument console. All of it is digital, of course, other than the temperature gauge and the fuel gauge, which sits right beside it. Then you have the 10-inch infotainment system with the MMI interface, and with that you have an 8-inch screen which sits below it for the climate control, for the Park Assist Plus, for the hill hold control, and also for the start-stop system. Then of course with that you get gloss black panels all over with brush metal finish to go alongside it. Now they look great. They're absolutely fantastic to touch and feel. However, gloss black is something which will get quite dirty quite early in Indian conditions, and I'm afraid it's the same way with this. But overall, I think the interior is great. The front space, the comfort is absolutely fantastic. I have loads of room. There's loads of tech and adjustability in the front seats, and again, it's still the same great package, and I love it. But this, the new Audi Q8, along with the tech, also prioritizes comfort. So let's step to the back, because I think it's a really good talking point for the family. Alright, so the reason why I said this is a family-oriented SUV is because the amount of space, comfort and practicality that the second row of seats have to bring to the table. Now take this for example. The front seats are set to my height, which is 5'6", and just look at the amount I have. Look at the lee room. Look at the lounging space, the foot room I have. Then of course this has loads of headroom, which doesn't seem to be the case in some SUV coupes, but I have enough of it. I have enough shoulder room. So overall, passengers seated at the back will be really comfortable. No matter what their size and build is, they will absolutely find a comfort spot. And with that, of course, you get enough practicality features as well. Let's start with this. You get automatic sun blinds. Now you get controls for both windows and both blinds on both sides. So I think that's a pretty neat touch. Then you have a large armrest with 2 cup holders right here. Then of course you get the controls for the 2-zone climate control at the back. Each passengers on either side can set the temperature to their liking. Then you have large AC vents, which also helps. But one niggle I do have is that you don't have any modern charging facility. What you have is 2 12-volt charging ports, but you don't have a wireless charger. You don't have a Type A or Type C charging port. What you have is 2 12-volt charging ports which can accommodate your charging devices. And another interesting touch is the fact that this car seems to have the smoker's package. Well, you have a cigarette lighter right over here. You have another cigarette lighter up front, and on both sides of the door, what you have is ashtrays. This is a touch which I haven't seen in a car in a really long time. Now, we really discourage smoking on this channel, so let's just move on. Over that, I think the seats are extremely comfortable. They hold you in place well. Of course, you have the continuation of the awesome 17-speaker Bang & Olufsen system. You have a large panoramic sunroof. Now, in some of the vehicles, the SUV coupes, they have small sunroofs which are concentrated in the front row, but this extends all the way back to the 3/4 area. And I think that really gives a lot of airiness and roominess to the ambience of the rear seats. Now at the front, what you get is the tech, you get the space, you get the precision and finely built interior from Audi, and at the back what you get is comfort, space and practicality, as I'd mentioned. And if I can just add to the practicality and the space bit, let me touch upon the boot space as well. You get 605 liters of boot space, and I think that's plenty for the luggage requirements for a full family if you're going for a weekend getaway, or you have large items that need to be placed and moved around. All of it can be accommodated. The boot opening is quite large as well. However, the loading lip is a bit high, but I think you can get over that. No pun intended. So I think it's pretty satisfactory, and it's time to move on. Alright, we start with the specifications first, and the Q8 continues to get the 3-litre V6 engine, which makes 340 bhp and 500 Newton meters of peak torque. In terms of performance, well, as soon as you get in, as soon as you start driving, it can feel a bit underwhelming. Its get-go ability is not its strongest, but once you get going, I think it pulls cleanly. Torque is the name of the game here. It has 500 Newton meters, which it builds from 1370 RPM onwards. Those are diesel numbers and it feels like it. On the highway, you're doing triple-digit speeds, the engine is barely taking over, and in the urban environment, the performance from the engine can be a little underwhelming. It's not as thrilling as some of its rivals, which cost about the same, but it's pretty satisfactory. Yes, there is a bit of hesitation before the meat of the power is unleashed. Audi claims an acceleration time of 5.6 seconds, and that should be plenty for your daily dose of fun, while its ability to cruise at triple-digit speeds for endless hours will help out for all your weekend getaways. So, overall, a pretty tractable powertrain, one that finds its footing in almost all situations that you can think of putting it through. But I think the handling will definitely impress you, especially given the size and the almost 2-ton weight of this vehicle. Yes, the steering does feel a little heavy at slow speed, but then it gains the heft, it does give you the confidence, and you can really chuck this vehicle around corners like it's nothing. You get Quattro all-wheel drive technology with a center locking differential, and around corners it is very nimble. It really reduces in its size and heft, at least feels like it once you chuck it into a corner. While the suspension does feel a tad firm, it absolutely soaks in bad roads and bumps without feeling too soft. The Q8 continues to feature air suspension and adaptive damping technology. As a result, similar to the engine performance, it is pretty versatile in the comfort and handling department. Alright, so that was our quick review of the new 2024 Audi Q8. Now, in terms of its design, it was already appealing, and that has been improved upon. It got a great interior with great tech. That has been improved upon as well. Along with that, you get a pretty decent and satisfactory performance package. You get the comfort, and what the Q8 means, in my opinion, it is a coupe SUV which prioritizes comfort and functionality over design and performance. It is the most family-oriented coupe SUV that there is in all the options that you have available. And if you are in the market for a vehicle which really has the design and the functional interior, with the luxury and a bit of performance quotient added to the mix, I think the Q8 will definitely appeal to you. And the 2024 version has made the proposition even better. So, ladies and gentlemen, tell me in the comment section down below what you thought of the new Q8 and which of the SUV coupe rivals would you choose. Tell me in the comment section down below. My name is Karan Mathur. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys real soon.